テレレテレレレテテレテレテレ僕たちが作ってくストーリー、君を一人にはさせないから。 Oh, Skullmeat, welcome back. Or actually, I'm assuming. I know there's a member stream. I don't know if that finished yet, but if it's still going, yeah. See you. Still going? Oh, great. Sounds good. Sorry, I'm gonna just keep cleaning up the area around my desk. Let me resolder that. I'll need these papers. Let's finish this off. Oh, so take out some trash too. All right. Just a moment. That's better. Oh yeah, I need a calculator. Let's go grab that real quick. Hey, when I see you, welcome back. Did nothing today. Well, I mean, I didn't do. I did one. I did one thing today. No, I did two things. Ow. I. Fuck. Ow. Okay. First thing I did. One of my colleagues wanted a nose trimmer from Daiso. So it would have been a $3 nose trimmer from Daiso. I'll ask him to fill us in on how well this thing works. The second thing is I just bashed my knee against the desk drawer again. I feel like that's maybe my obligatory daily, like, knee bash. Shit. At some point, again, I bet by the time I leave here, I'm gonna have like calluses on that spot. It's gonna be like, why do you have calluses on your knee? It's like, it's because of the fucking drawer. Alright, sorry. And yeah, so anyway, yesterday we left off trying to calculate this. So we'll see if this produces a sensible number. Yeah, I don't know if it's something like an issue with like my it's an issue with object permanence, right? In a kind of an esoteric sense, right? That's what it is, but what is M? I don't need these units here. Maybe not esoteric, but in a... I guess it's okay to just call it a general sense. In a general sense, it's an issue with object permanence, perhaps. Oh, fuck. The equation's so long, it doesn't fit in the fucking calculator. Let's take away... You're not playing... Oh, okay. Why? Let's see. So this inside... So there should be closing brace. Please be a sensible number. Math error. What? Math error? Go to... I went through all the trouble of typing that in and then I get a fucking math error. Got everything I wanted, so there's no need to. Because of that. Well, it's good to catch up on sleep, though. I mean... Let's try... Let's see, 16 pi... Actually, wait, does 16 pi evaluate properly even? Is it an issue I'm not putting multiplication everywhere? Yeah, that evaluates properly. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I mean, it's, if it feels weird, then, I mean, I guess there's multiple ways of interpreting that, isn't there? That could be a sign that it's, maybe it's time to take some time off of the game. If it's getting that normalized, right, to play the game, then maybe it is. Maybe that's something worth noting. On the other hand, if there's nothing really harmful with playing the game and it's a good way to relax, then personally I don't see what the issue with normalizing that necessarily is. Time off till the next... Exactly, yeah. Time off till the next battle pass. Exactly. Oh, maybe I have to put a... Maybe I forgot to put that there. To the 4th power. Four pi 10 to the negative 7th times quantity 1.602 times 10 to the negative 19th quantity squared times 5.291 times 10 to the negative 11th quantity squared times variable a to the 4th. What does that equal? That gives me the math error. Why? Am I not allowed to do 1 over quantity A or something? Now that comes out. Tired? You had to work today though, right? So that's understandable. Or during the day, right? So where does this equation fail? Like, let's just start assigning stuff as variables then, maybe to make it so. So A is that, so that's used. Let's call B, I probably should call C the speed of, or C variable the speed of light for clarity's sake. And then the rest can be whatever's left. I imagine it's a little bit, or it's probably extra long considering it's been a while, so hang in there. Let's see, so 1 point, or no, let's see, 3.0 times 10 to the 8th, and I want to store that into variable C, okay. And 4 pi times 10 to the negative 7th. Store that 4 pi negative 7th into B. Okay. 1.6 negative 19th. Store into D. And 5.291 to the negative 11th. Store that into, okay. We've only been an hour 50, okay. Well, I mean, wait, but that's just the member stream by itself, right? Not including the stream before, so. Well, anyway, whatever the case is, hang in there. Let's see, so, right, so 1.8, or sorry, 3.0 to the 8th is in C. 4 pi 10 to the negative 7th is in B. 1.602 to the negative 19th is in D. And yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I guess, well, I guess that's not really unheard of, but from her, but anyway, yeah, hang in there. Uh, 4 pi times variable c, or sorry, 16 pi variable c, and then it's variable b times variable d squared times variable e squared times variable a to the 4th. It still gives a math error. Doesn't really tell me where. Alright, so then how about the top? Does the top work? Syntax error. Okay, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Syntax error. What? Oh, it's because I'm not dividing by anything. Sorry, so 16 pi times c. That does evaluate properly. Okay. So let's put 16 pi times c over. Let's try just b then. That doesn't give a valid number. Times, let's try d. Still a valid number. Let's put another d in there. Still a valid number. Oh, is that the issue? Can I not do d or variable d squared? No, that works. Okay, strange. E still works. E squared still works. It's a massive number. Oh, is the syntax error because the number is just too big? That'd be so stupid. Which again makes me think that that's not stupid, right? Because there's a limit to what a calculator can. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Or sorry, it's not a syntax error. Is the math error because it's too big? Yeah, we're getting to powers of like 90. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Which then, to me, suggests that if I just write it to the point where I can put in the square root, yeah, it's probably not right then. If a calculator can't fucking crunch the number, then it's probably not right. Oh, it's not up yet. Okay. Probably should stop looking at Black Friday posts. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so one thing is I want to try seeing if I can troubleshoot Overwatch. So let's see if I can update it in the background while I'm streaming. And if not, it is what it is. Actually, now that Overwatch is free, should I just make a new account? Maybe I should just do that. Well, the stream seems stable, so let's just, oops. Let's just let it do that in the background. Fish Facts and War, long time no see, welcome back. That jogging stream idea, I'm not sure which one you mean, but, if you're talking about just in general, yeah, I mean, I haven't really done any recently, or, yeah, in the recent past, but, I was doing it mainly on Twitcasting for, bandwidth reasons. If you mean at one point I considered writing, or, considered maybe having to make my own, application, to just throttle the connection enough to make it usable. I never bought the hardware to, I guess what I mean to say is, so one of the ideas, I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, was to pick up a Linux phone, like say Pine phone, and just write an application that would, well, I guess the application just to stream like one pixel of video data, and then, however many kilobytes of audio data, and then push that to Twitch, and then kind of restrict my bandwidth to make it possible to stream for multiple hours, like that. For that, I never ended up buying the hardware. I've been kind of hoping. Well, I've been it wasn't that big of a priority, so I've been just kind of waiting for there to be a for a Pine phone or something to go on. Maybe not on sale, because they're pretty low volume, but maybe someone selling their old one for cheap, and that really hasn't happened yet. So yeah. So I guess the long story short is yes and no. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure which version of the idea you were referencing. Alright, so we're still sort of stuck. Let's look at the question again. Calculate numerically the timescale over which the atom loses order unity of its Coulomb binding energy due to radiative loss. there's any hints on Piazza. Oh no, yeah, no worries. It's, I mean, it's so long ago I forgot as well. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the long story short is the default Twitch app, and well, actually, here's a number of things. One, it's a little bit easier to do without all that fussing now. The reason being that Streamlabs Mobile now has a much lower bandwidth, like streaming mode. Until before, I believe the lowest bandwidth that you could stream at was like I can't remember what it was, but the lowest now is something on the order of like, in fact, I can check right now, but I think it's like 429 kilobits per second. Let me double check. I might have to update my app. And if you do, so my jogging streams were about 1 hour each, right? So when you crunch the math, I believe it takes, I can't remember, but I think with like 10 gigs, you can do about a month of streaming. Let me see. Video settings, max video bit rate. Yeah, so the lowest one used to be 700 kilobits per second. Currently, or at least on my app, I think this is the most, I think this is updated. You can do 429 kilobits per second. And I can't quite remember what, I believe it's if you do it 1 hour a day for 30 days, then that fits within like a 10 gigabyte, like a 10 gigabyte data plan. So the question just is 10 gigabytes of data affordable for you? So technically there is a way to do it without fussing with the whole like making your own app thing. Yeah. It'd be nice if they could bring the bandwidth a little bit lower to maybe more like 200 or like 100. That way it fits in like a 5 gig data plan, because those are pretty cheap and, abundant, right? So, yeah. But anyway, that's all there really is to it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't really kept memos about that for that idea. So, yeah. All right, so anyway, yeah, so we calculated the total radiation power. Let's see if there's any hints on Piazza. Larmor formula for part D. I mean, I guess I did D, but let's see what they're referencing anyway. Equation 11.70. P equals mu naught q squared a squared over 6 pi c. What is a? Oh, this is for power radiated by point charge. Okay. Okay, so I don't really know what they're talking about here. But okay, so we calculated, or we found it, or we found the equation because, well, thankfully it was in the solutions. So we just had to switch it from the format that the solutions had to the way I solved it. That's fine. The main question is, this last part of the question isn't isn't normal, so let's see, so use the, okay, so we calculate total radiation power, which is averaged over time and integrate over the total solid angle. And then they say use the numerical values of the constants, whatever. Calculate numerically the time scale over which the atom loses order unity of its Coulomb binding energy. So, let's see. The time scale over which it loses order unity of its Coulomb binding energy. Okay, sorry, so first of all, what the fuck is Coulomb binding energy? Let's start there. I thought I just needed the power as a function of time or something, but since that didn't work out, let's just start first. Coulomb binding energy. Binding energy, how about this? Wikipedia. I assume Coulomb binding energy is something similar to nuclear binding energy, but don't you love it when your professors use language that literally doesn't show up in a Google search? I mean, okay, so Coulomb force is the force that, like, in atoms that, like, attract things. No, like, literally, here. The phrase is Coulomb binding energy. Google it and see if there's an exact hit for it, please. Maybe it's because my web browser is, like, catering to my search terms. But no, seriously. Google search Coulomb binding energy. That's COULOMB. Not safe for life, but no, like, this is what I mean. It's totally likely, right, that Coulomb binding energy is literally just Coulomb energy, which is because Coulomb force is the force that, like, holds, type it for, okay, fine, like, literally copy paste this phrase into Google and see if you get an exact hit anywhere. Get that exact phrase for me, not parts of it, but, like, but this is what I mean. This happens all the time. It's, like, legitimately, like anyway, so realistically, Coulomb force is the force that holds, like, a nucleus and, like, its electrons together, right? Like, it's the force that keeps an electron and its corresponding proton, like, you know, attracted, right? Like, it's the one that pulls them together, right? So realistically, Coulomb binding energy is really just that, right? Now, if that is the case, A, why do I not get a perfect hit? B, I've made assumptions like that before, and it's been totally wrong. So, if historically physics, like the physics curriculum has showed me that those aren't necessarily the same thing, and I can't get a perfect hit for that phrase, how the hell am I supposed to figure out this problem? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. It's like you can use common sense, but then, or like in terms of like linguistic common sense, but then for every like 3 times you assume correctly, there'll be like a 4th time where you don't, and then it'll just fuck up your calculations, and hence you never solve the fucking problem. Then it's like, this is what I mean. Is it really that hard? Like, okay, so here's one thing I didn't think about until just this moment. I really should just Google the phrase in the textbook. So Coulomb binding energy, or even just Coulomb binding. Do I get any hits in the textbook? Let's see. It takes a few seconds. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Did you legitimately use? Actually, no. That's fair point. That's a fair point. Sometimes Bing is good for searches that Google isn't for, right? Like, or DuckDuckGo isn't for, right? So that's fair. That's fair. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna just search Coulomb then, because this is a fucking electrodynamics textbook. Coulomb should show up as a phrase somewhere. There's a fuck ton of terms. How about binding energy? And like, I'm not saying this is like stream over. Okay, that's okay. Well, anyway, you're probably tired, right? So feel free to head out. Yeah. So the 20. Actually, wait. I think she said the 26th, right? So, but I don't remember what time zone that is. So let me. Exactly. You get Coulomb energy and binding energy, but you don't get Coulomb binding energy. But sorry, so Iris new outfit reveal Twitter. I think there was a tweet, right, that had the all the time zones listed. It's 5 PST on Saturday. Okay, thanks. Okay, cool. 5 o'clock. Okay, so the same thing as today then, but just Saturday. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, or there we go. Okay, perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but okay, 5 Saturday. What day is today? Is today Thursday, Wednesday? Wednesday is Wednesday. Okay. But yeah, exactly. So you think, okay, well, if Coulomb force is the force that attracts like electron and proton, then like what is the confusion, right? You think, like, what is the confusion? Well, the confusion is I know that Coulomb force is what we've casually used to to describe the force of attraction between like an electron and a proton, but if you look up the phrase, say there's nuclear binding energy, that is a phrase that you can find, nuclear binding energy. So then, is Coulomb binding energy the same as nuclear binding energy, which is the same as binding energy, which is the same as Coulomb energy? Are those all interchangeable? Because they might not be, right? But by the definition, it kind of looks like they should be, right? Because nuclear binding energy is, I think it's measured the opposite or something, but I think the amount of energy needed to rip, like. Actually, wait, no. I guess nuclear binding energy is what holds the nucleus together. So I guess that's probably not true then. But then, yeah, so is binding energy referring to nuclear binding energy, or is it referring to Coulomb binding energy? Anyway, yeah. It's like, I don't know. This is why when professors say, like, I feel like my questions are fairly descriptive enough, it's like, at first glance, it probably is. But if I could solve this at first glance, then I would not be taking this class. So yeah, okay. So anyway, that's just where I'm scratching my head. So Coulomb binding energy. Let's go on a limb and assume that's the same as Coulomb energy. That seems like the most sensible assumption, even though again it's not. I don't think that's necessarily a good assumption because let's see. Where's we Coulomb force? So like I don't know. I guess the thing I'm just getting at is, would it kill them to like make these questions more easy to interpret? All right, so force and energy. How do you go from energy force? No, the thing is, the professor is a nice guy. Like, legitimately, he's a nice guy. Our GSI is nice. I'm not saying that anything about, you know, their characters, people, right? But it's just, I think part of it is just they're too smart. People at this university, I think, are, in fact, this is the same thing in community college, right? And you've probably heard me say this before, but they're just a little too smart, you know? And by a little, I mean a fuck ton. But anyway, like, it's, yeah. Okay, well, okay, so I'm going under the assumption that Coulomb binding energy is the same as Coulomb energy because um, Professor chose to use the word Coulomb, not just binding energy. So it must have something to do with Coulomb force or Coulomb attraction, or you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's some energy associated with that. We have Coulomb's law. And I think we already calculated, we already calculated the Coulomb force in our situation. It's just K. Sorry, let's see. F Coulomb. Let me just move it to the right here. So F Coulomb is K Q squared over R squared, where Q squared is the charge and R squared is the distance. Q in our case is negative E, so we have negative quantity squared divided by A naught, which is the distance, quantity squared, so we get K E squared over A naught. Cool. Let's move that over here. So we have the force. Just cut that, paste that. Cool. Force to energy. I can't remember this in equation, right? Force time distance, okay. Did red juice, let's see. Koれなんて読むんだ? 何に感謝しながらビール飲んでる? Oops. Kindle. I mean, let's see. I'm drinking beer while appreciating my hard work. You know, actually, that's a good question. I don't actually know what exactly Kindle translates to. Let's see. Kindle wa Kotobanku. Kotobanku is pretty reliable. So let's see. 勤労する to 勤労 is what is it 心身をなんて言うんだ勤めること勤めに励むこと勤めに励むことはい、また勤務の労苦って読むのかこれ、okay. なんて読むんだこれ勤労するAgain, what's the other definition here? 経済で直接には物の生産に従事しながら生産に不可欠のまたは生産に多大な効果をもたらす労力という。So there is okay. So I guess what I wasn't clear about is does Kindle have the implication of an individual, as in the speaker's labor, or the whoever the subject of the thing is? Like, is it labor as a concept or an individual's labor? And it does seem like the main usage is to refer to an individual's labor. So then the Google Translate on Twitter is fairly accurate then. Did her look? I mean, I imagine so, right? I'd be a little. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'd be a little bit disappointed if it wasn't red juice. But I mean, I'm sure it come out good regardless. But also one thing I will say is that I didn't realize this, but is it today? Let me see. 勤労感謝の日。勤労感謝の日。So I didn't. So we have Labor Day in the U.S., right? So I didn't realize this, but the sort of Japanese equivalent of Labor Day, which is Kindle Kansha no Hi, that's today. So that is sort of why he would say that. Now that doesn't, take away from your theory, but just that it probably has to do with A, the fact that, he did work on it, and then B, today is like Labor Day for Japan. so yeah, but it didn't occur to me. I was how earlier in the week I was saying like I wonder why Iris timed her the stream for coming back to like today and stuff, and then I was watching a clip of Noelle, and she was talking about like, oh yeah, the 23rd is a holiday, and I was like, huh? So then and it turns out, and then she was talking about Japan's Labor Day, and I was like, oh, oops. Of course, it was funny because during the clip, she's talking about, yeah, it's great that we have Wednesday as a holiday, right? And then chat's like, holiday? What is this holiday of which you speak? Like, I work the 23rd. What are you talking about? So it was a little bit, depressing, humorously depressing watching Noelle's fans or Noelle's viewers kind of going all. But anyway, so that's something I hadn't really thought about, but I recently learned is that the 23rd in is it always the 23rd? Kindle Kansha no Hi. Right. By the way, if you want the Japanese text for that holiday, it's that. Romanized, it is Kindle Kansha no Hi. Actually, I don't know if the romanization necessarily has two N's there. But, let's see. 日付は11月の23日. Okay, yeah, so it is the 23rd of November, no matter what, in Japan. Okay, yeah. Although I don't know the history. I don't know if it's equivalent to Thanksgiving or Labor Day for them, but or maybe it's combined. I don't know. I don't really want to go through the Wikipedia article right now. Yeah, but yeah, I was assuming it was red juice, so I hope it is. I was kind of hoping for that, to be honest. Callie's such a bro. What happened? All I know about Callie recently is that she did a full body stream that got age restricted. But anyway, that's the only recent news I know of with Callie. Just retired. What did she do? She didn't. So it was a full body stream, and I think she was practicing like dancing or something. But then YouTube Kung got a little bit excited, I guess. Sorry, I don't actually know. I only saw clips of the stream, and then her response. Someone told her later that it got age restricted, and I saw a clip about that. So retires. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, right? Because as fellow like artists, I guess it's yeah. What am I saying? Sorry, I got this little sorry, I'm gonna put that away. It's probably annoying. And actually, Overwatch finished downloading, but yeah, I think especially just EN Gen 1 as a whole, right? I think really set or it's I don't know what I want to say necessarily, but they're really good at looking after people, seems like. Yeah, so that is definitely good to see. Yeah. Oh really? Oh, that's why she exactly. I suppose that's why she's dead. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm sorry, mate. Get this off. Just get that out from under my desk. Yeah. Yeah. Only other. Oh, really? Oh, I see now because I see. Yeah. Yeah. Or at least on the Hololive side, right? Unless, let me think. Yeah, I assume it's just, yeah. I think on Holostar's side, there's a... Who was that? A few of them, anyway, I think, right? So, anyway. Yeah, but yeah, it's what I want to say. I guess, the agents, Hololive, or I guess Hololive Production as a whole, as an agency, has its fair share of controversies and stuff, but it does seem like overall it's a good place. A little controversial, yeah, sure. I mean, again, usual rule of, as long as it's in moderation, right? Yeah. Sorry, let me check. This thing's been buzzing since earlier. while you're typing that, let me just... What is Android trying to pester me with? It's nothing important. Oops. Check everything. Oops. Might be busy, but... I see. When's the last time she streamed? I mean, I'm gonna pull it up right now, but... Wait, Callie? Relaxing Maid Cafe stream? Is that normal? Maybe it is, I don't know. I like the thumbnail though. Let's see. Gura. Yeah, it's... Okay, yeah, so again, so the usual issue with YouTube, again, like, the fact that, like, it's, for me, it's hard to just find all what I want to see is all videos in order of, like upload / occurrence. So, the fact that the videos tab and the live tab, like I don't know if okay, so live recently uploaded, sort by recently uploaded. The fact that there isn't a view for just to just jam everything together really annoys me with YouTube. But I don't know if that's like something that you as a creator can set up for your channel or something, but like I just want to see like a list of like, here's like all stream archives and, you know, video uploads, just all chronological. I don't want to have to like flip through tabs. Like having them separate as tabs is nice, but I want the option to just have it all laid out too. And it's anyway. So what, Sonic Frontiers, I guess, is the most recent one from what, 9 days ago. Wow. 4 times the past 3 weeks. Oh, I see what you mean. So like this area. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if... Yeah, you know, I think... I mean, it's all a matter of expectations, right? And I think, I mean, I don't know if this is the case, but my impression of Gura is indeed that she's more of a streamer. Not that she doesn't do other content, but you know, like for example, in the same way that, like, at least in my mind, like for example, let's see, who's a good example? Like Azuki, for example. Like Azuki, like you know, she does more video game streams now, but like for, you know, the kind of the expectation with her channel, right, is that she uploads like songs or just music, right? Mainly, with some games here and there. So the expectation is, you know, there isn't much of an expectation that she streams a lot, right? So then kind of like flipping that would be kind of the case with, maybe not the case, but like you could kind of flip that expectation and say that's kind of what maybe at first glance you'd expect from Gura. But so I mean, another thing is that, like, I don't know what she's doing in her, like, when not streaming, like, you know, right? Because these can be rather deceptive, because there will be, like, these days you can stream on Twitcasting and Twitter Spaces and Twitch, in addition to YouTube, and there'll be, streamers that tweet a lot. There'll be streamers that, so I guess the main issue is I don't know what else Gura really does. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't keep up with her as much as well, like say like Matsuri. So I don't know. Let's see. Guy streams more than Grin. She travels a lot. Yeah, like again, I just don't know. Yeah. I feel like Callie could definitely take a break for sure, but Grip's PC might be. Oh, really? Shit, when did that happen? Although I do, this is one of those things, right, where it's like if yeah, it's hard to tell from her Twitter as well. But yeah, if her PC died, that sucks. Jeez. Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah. And Discord. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should join those Discords. I don't know. It would help keep track. I just don't use Discord. So like, what is this? Oh, this is Roboko-san's OBS. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, wow, that sucks. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it's fine to. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's there's not much you can do about if you feel a certain way, but yeah, it's. I think it's just it's hard to. And this kind of goes into another thing about like transparency, right? That I think we talked before about like. I don't know if we used that language, but just kind of talking about how it covers transparency, or a lot of, I think a lot of companies have an issue with transparency, right? But it's I think it's really a matter of, again, with establishing expectations at the beginning, but right, but like having some way of kind of making sure that information propagates, like if something happens, or so on and so forth, like having some kind of way that it's the same thing with like how you treat just any problem, but making it easy to like say, hey, this happened, or this is happening, or something, and without fear of like it getting over exaggeration or kind of blown out of proportion is really important, right, for just any of these problems. But transparency kind of inherently makes the information so accessible that it kind of like that's both its strength and its weakness, right? So like in this case, it's a very trivial thing. It's like, oh, Gura's PC, it's dead. So yeah, what? But the counter example is like when there's something more drastic, like like a contract violation, for example, like the other day with I can't remember who, but anyway, like it's like like on how do you leverage, or how do you do that balance between transparency and like information propagation, or how do you balance those benefits against the downsides, which are it gets because it propagates so quickly and easily, there's a higher likelihood of it getting blown out of proportion. So yeah, it is a trouble. It is a trouble for sure. Also the fact that it's not very clearly stated on the Twitter that this happened. Like, I think that's one issue with Twitter only allowing like one pinned tweet. Like maybe, you know, that's maybe I should tweet at Elon Musk, be like, hey, can we pin multiple tweets? But anyway, that would be a nice addition to Twitter if they can. I don't know how much of a priority that would be. Yeah, streams every other day. Yeah, Iris is a. Well, there's a lot of people in. Well, I mean, I think just VTubers in general. There's a lot of them that are little. That it is a little bit worrying, like the frequency at which they, like how they're able to leverage or how they're able to balance all these things. But you know, it is. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. I wonder what happened to Gura's PC though. Like, what killed it? Sounds can streaming more. I mean, I definitely appreciate it. I think at the beginning, like Sora would stream a lot with her, right? So, or she'd invite her a lot, right? So it was nice of her to kind of do that, or really everyone, of course, but to kind of help Uzki kind of ease into streaming more. Yeah. I don't think she should push it, but you know, it is kind of nice to watch every once in a while. Yeah. I think definitely streaming helps kind of make people more approachable too, though, right? So, well, it doesn't inherently, but you know, just by, yeah, you know what they say about how like it's easier to like someone the more you encounter them or you speak with them, right? So, so just by virtue of streaming more, lets, you know, viewers kind of interact with her more, right? So, so is that necessarily an effect of streaming? Maybe not, but I mean, it's one avenue that enables that kind of familiarity, right? So I think it's good. Yeah, you know, and again, I just, you know, again, it's hard to say how feasible that was in the prior arrangement. Like, I don't know how Inonaka music was structured within, you know, cover, right? So it's not really clear if it was practical for her to stream before the whole transition, you know, or stream frequently before the transition into transitioning her into Zeroth Gen. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah. I hope she, you know, I hope she paces herself though, because, yeah. I just don't know how, what do you call it, like computer savvy she is. So, you know, yeah. Eight. Wait, is it actually 888 right now? I didn't notice. Oh yeah, 888 exactly. And counts. Oh really? Oh wait, she hasn't listed anyone cancel. Why here? Let's go Hawkless for example. Hmm? Oh yeah, you're right. Wow. I mean, you know, she did, you know, debut a bit earlier, so there's still that, but nonetheless, right? That didn't even occur to me. Wow. And also, that's actually a lucky number, right? In Japan, or in Asia, really. Eight's a good number, so multiple eights is a good number. In fact, it's fairly customary to celebrate someone's 88th birthday as well. So eight's a very good number. Do you know the exact number? Hopefully, someone can screenshot it when it's exactly 888888. That would be a lucky screenshot, but I don't know if she's already passed that or not. Actually, wait, there's a tool for that, right? Let's see. YouTube channel subscriber What is it? Oh, I think it's this. Okay. So then I assume I have to plug in Iris's channel. I don't know what the ID is. Enter YouTube username. Does that count? Is this one the username? Live subscriber count. Is this actually live? It's showing 000, which I find really hard to believe. That's exactly 888000, but yeah. Hopefully someone in the Discord's keeping an eye on that. It'd be nice to get it exactly at 888888. Excuse me. All right, so anyway, we were working on binding energy. I'm not really going to do much more today. It's already 11 o'clock, but I want to at least sort that out. So let's do that. All right, so we said it's probably Coulomb energy. And if forced, let's look at the question again. So it says, calculate numerically the time scale over which the atom loses order unity of its Coulomb binding energy due to radiative loss. So parse that. Sorry. That they were worried about the big announcement be graduating. I mean, I think that's fair. I think there have been a good, I guess fair. What I mean to say is that it's not a unreason, or I guess it's not a unreal, or what do I want to say? It's not an impossible occurrence, but also there wasn't really anything to indicate that, right? So it's like, so I don't know. Like if that were the case, man, I think everyone would have been surprised. Yeah, it's like, yes, clearly she was hyping up the new model announcement like way, like long, like for a while now too. So it's kind of like, why would she graduate then? Yeah, exactly. The thumbnail is like der, or not der, but it's like yeah, it's like the kind of like the, I don't know if calling it a derpy face is right, but it's kind of like the no nose, like the nose really high up near the eye, near like the bottom of the eye level, like it's kind of like a derpy face, and it's like yay, it's like, yeah, graduation, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't understand where they're coming from, but like it's it's a fairly, it's like I don't know how to call it. It's like I don't know. It's fun. That's funny. That's funny. Oh jeez. Yeah. Also, I don't know if they've noticed, but usually when there's when there's a negative announcement, Japanese people won't, like as you said with the thumbnail, right? It's gonna be like a very blank background, and it's just gonna be like announcement or something, or like important announcement. Like they don't, play around with it. So, Now, of course, sometimes they make it a joke, but usually they. So I guess what I mean to say is, if you see a blank background with really simple text that says "big important announcement," then it's either going to be important or a joke. There are people that kind of use that stereotype to kind of make fun of the stereotype, but then they're never going to have a like a a jokey thumbnail and then be like, hey, wait, actually this is an important announcement. So they clearly don't watch it. Yeah. Well, hell, I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch Iris all that much either, right? I mean, I guess you give me info or you give me updates, so I'm probably more informed than the average person, or I'm probably significantly more informed than the average person, but like, I don't know. You'd have to like really not be in the loop to, yeah. Right, yeah. So I'm probably far more informed than the average person, even if I don't have if I don't catch every stream. So, but nonetheless, it's I don't know. Did they just see a tweet and be like, I don't know. Did they just like read the text of like a tweet or something and be like, oh shoot? It's like, yeah, yes. She would. Toad, of course, she's announcing, graduation after, after hyping up her new model for, I guess months, but more so recently. Yes, of course. Very, very sound. Yeah, that's a very, very Sherlock Holmes of them, I guess. Yeah, 6 months. Yeah, it has been that long, hasn't it? Wow, jeez. I mean, it's been maybe longer than that in some sense, but right, yeah, was it July? Oh man, time flies. But yeah, wow, it has been like half a year, hasn't it? Wow. 5 months. Oh, that's basically 6. You're right, it's basically 6. Right. Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah. So then, I just can't believe it's been that long. Jeez, wow. Yeah, hype though. Only a few more days though, just a few more days. Saturday, right? So, yeah. Coco, yeah, what's up? I mean, I guess, right, yeah, July. It's already been, yeah. Quantum. Yeah, I do miss the meme reviews. They were nice too. Those were nice, but what in your daily life triggered that? like what happened in your life that would trigger that? For is it anything more than her usual? I don't know. Is it actually like noteworthy, or is it just kind of the usual Twitter people? I know she had a collab, or she had her. I mean, does this have to do with the recent, the big recent anniversary stream, or something else? Didn't real do. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Did she actually do something significant, like noteworthy, or is it just kind of people being like, oh, like I don't know, it's her normal stuff? Oh, okay, then sorry, I don't like. Not that I don't care about the conversation, just that it's like I don't care enough to check what it is on Twitter. Then. Yeah. mean, and you know, it's like that XKCD, right? The one in, is it 10,000? Is that what the XKCD is called? 1 in 10,000 or something? I think it's XK, yeah, 1 in 10,000, yeah. So, it's like, you know, like I'm not gonna fault people for not knowing, right? It's, you know, like, you know, it's not like we were all born with this information, right? So it's like I'm not gonna fault people for not knowing, but yeah, it's, I don't want to be like, oh, society these days, right? But you know, actually, so this kind of reminds me of something that just happened today, because you know I went to a Daiso to pick up that thing for my, you know, colleague. He wanted a cheap nose trimmer. We'll see how that works. But on the way back, I had like a disposable mask on, right? And I had both my hands full, and I had this disposable mask on. I was just walking home, and this cyclist, well, he was approaching from the other way, and then I guess I don't know, he went past me or something. And the cyclist is like, "Why are you wearing a mask outdoors? Why?" Or something like that. Wasn't the exact pacing, but he was kind of like, you know, that was, I think that was the lens. Yeah. Specifically, he used, or I don't know if he said outdoors or outside, but anyway, I had this disposable mask on, so he did this, and I'm like, and I don't know. Is one of those things where it's like he sounded very offended almost. I don't know if offended is necessarily the right word, but like something really bothered him about the fact that I was wearing a mask outside. And I mean, I didn't really respond. I can tell you the reason. I don't think anyone really cares why I was wearing that mask, but it was just in my head. I was just kind of like, you know, how does that get that drastic of a reaction out of people? Like part of me wonders, like, do they? I mean, part of me wonders, is it maybe like engagement? Like maybe they just don't get enough kind of like social interaction in their lives that they need to kind of just like do this all of a sudden. Like the similar thing happened when I was cycling the other day, right? I was cycling and someone yelled at me and was like, "You're on the wrong side of the road." And so I stopped and I was like, "Sorry, what?" And they're like, "Never mind, you're okay," and something like that. And then, so I mean, I looked it up afterwards. I was not on the wrong side of the road, but or more specifically, there isn't a right side of the road in that area. But it's kind of like they felt obligated to like yell at me while I was cycling, or in this more recent case, walking. And I'm like, that's fine if it's really urgent, right? And I think it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with yelling at someone if there's something urgent going on. But it's kind of like, how do these people, and then just kind of tying it back to this Twitter thing, right? It's like, I don't know. I understand, you know, people have, you know, opinions and emotions, and, you know, that's fine. Well, maybe it's not fine, but it's just kind of what people are, right? But like, and you know, sometimes there is urgency. There's nothing wrong with if there's urgency, right? But sometimes people just get so, I don't know what to call it, but it's kind of like, you know, calm down. Honestly, yeah, like calm down is, I guess, my statement. Yeah, if it's urgent, then you can still urgently but calmly say stuff, right? But yeah, people need to calm down, honestly. They don't do anything really, just struggling. Yeah, sure, doesn't bother me as long as I'm not forced to do it. Right? Yeah, like you know, like this cyclist. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't take a good look at him. I just kind of glanced at him from my peripheral vision to make sure, you know, he wasn't gonna turn in front of me, right? So I don't really know if they were, I mean, I guess they were wearing a mask, but it's kind of like, I mean, so the reason why, so I maybe, you know, if this happens again, maybe I'll tell them, but the reason why I was wearing a mask is because I didn't brush my teeth. I don't think I don't know, maybe they'll realize this at some point, but I didn't brush my teeth, and I rolled out of bed to go to Daiso because it was already like 12 o'clock. That's the no, like legit. I just don't want to breathe on some. Like I feel bad for the employees, right? Because I rolled out of bed, I didn't take a shower, and I didn't want to brush my teeth, and I was in a rush. So I just put the mask on, and I was like, like, I mean, they'll probably be more comfortable because I mean I wasn't coughing anyway, but like like I just don't want to breathe on people. It's like calm down. Part of it is that I didn't brush my teeth. The other part is that I didn't shave. But the point is like that's all there is to it. Calm down. Like calm down. And it's like that's the thing. It's like people can talk about all these like these really like nice reasons to wear masks, like, and like I work with someone that's at risk. I mean they haven't come to they're on strike, so they haven't even come to the office. So, but nonetheless, there's other reasons like okay, or we're kind of preemptively, taking measures and stuff and whatever, right? But really, the reason is I just don't want to, breathe my like not brushed teeth breath on people, right? Like I don't know, and I just I want to know what that cyclist was gonna think, right? Like if I told him like I want to know what the reason why he thought I was wearing a mask. Like I really want to know. I was like, I really wish he stopped, and then I could have asked him like, what do you think? Why do you think I'm wearing a mask? And I want to know what his face is when I tell him it's because I didn't fucking brush my teeth. Like I don't know. It's like you got so pissed off at someone, or maybe not so pissed off, but you got all riled up by someone because they didn't brush their teeth. I mean, maybe that's a fair reason. Maybe if this happens daily and you have to work next to them, but like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and like again, I'm not, I think it's fine, it's or maybe it's not, it's fine, but people are. Yeah. So again, I think that's just what it is. Like, like calm. I don't know. It's it. I don't know. It's just. It's like how do they get by in life? They need to calm down. Honestly. I mean, I guess life finds a way. I don't think that's the way the phrase is supposed to work, but life finds a way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this problem. Sorry, it just has to do with the problems I'm working on. But so binding energy, Coulomb binding energy, which is related somehow with power, right? So we've radiated. Let me get a drink. I've been laughing too much. I need to. I've been laughing so much. I need to recover some of those electrolytes. I'm honestly a little jealous. That they can get so. Yeah. I mean, I think part of it's just being human, right? Yeah. On one hand, we can argue that they're being, unreasonable and stuff, but the counter argument, right, is that they're probably more human. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, maybe aside, but. It's probably not electron binding energy either. I don't know. Oh, actually, wait. This problem is fairly similar. So it says, in Bohr's theory of hydrogen, the electron in its ground state was supposed to travel in a circle of radius 5 times 10 to the negative 11th meters. Actually, that sounds pretty... Yeah, that's fairly similar to the radius that they gave in this problem. Held in orbit by the Coulomb attraction of the proton. According to classical... I can't talk right now. According to classical electrodynamics, this electron should radiate and hence spiral into the nucleus. Right, that makes sense. Or rather, not that that makes sense, but rather, this is consistent with what we've, they said before. A moving charge should radiate electromagnetic radiation. So if you have an electron that's orbiting a nucleus, then there's some energy used to hold it at some distance, or used to put it in some orbit, then over time, due to radiation, that energy the energy associated with that kind of distance between the two should decrease because it's getting converted to radiation. So then it should crash into the nucleus at some point. Right. So this question says, show that v for some velocity significantly less than the speed of light for most of the trip. They say show that first, and then calculate the lifespan of Bohr's atom. Assume each revolution is essentially circular. So the velocity is significantly less than the speed of light. That is to say that you can use the Lamar formula. And then they say calculate the lifespan. So I think that's the part that I want to know. So let's look at the solutions for 11.14. Essentially what I want to know is what quantities do they associate? And in this case, they say just calculate how long the atom survives, while in our case, all we really want to know is how long does it take for the how long would it take, assuming those assumptions were true, for the atom to, or how long would it take for the atom to radiate some amount of energy that's basically kind of the same magnitude as the Coulomb binding energy. So how long does it take for the radiation, the amount radiated, to sort of match the that should be the lifespan, same thing really, I think. So let's assume. So then I guess that's what we want. We want to know what exactly they use to determine the Coulomb binding energy, whatever the fuck that is. And then we want to know how they get some time function out of the radiated power, or time-dependent function out of the radiated power, in order to figure out how long it takes for those two quantities to be equal, or those two quantities to be the same order of magnitude. Okay, so this first part is a calculation on why you can use Lamar's formula, which we don't, but you could, I guess. So they plug in the terms, and they say since power is the time derivative of U, the total energy of the electron, and then they do U is kinetic plus potential, and hence, so I guess sorry. So they do the total energy of the electron is the sum of the kinetic and potential energy. Plug in associated quantities. Okay, so time derivative, do all that. So you have p as a function of, none of those are a function of time. Or, what was it? Okay. So R, they convert, so they get P equals some function of the charge and the radius. That's fair. Okay, so there's a dr dt that you generate because the radius should be a function of time in this hypothetical. And then so they swap the power. Or so I guess essentially what we get is that the power is equal to some constant times the, it's not a constant, it's 1 over r squared dr dt. Oh wait, no, but it's not inside the derivative, so that's fine. So yeah, so some constant times well, it's some function of charge. It's some function of inverse charge or inverse power. Okay. So then you say T equals this. So I guess what I want to do is I want to say that you know, it's 11:30. I think Overwatch finished. Okay, sorry. So let me see. Let me right now. So I want to look at 11:14, and I guess 11:14 gives me some way of relating power to dr dt. And then you can use this and you could do something, I guess dt power equals dr or something like that. And then you can do the integral and then get t equals like inverse power of r or something like that. And then that gives you the time scale. Okay. So, I'm a little tired, so let's play some Overwatch. Except I don't think I ever figured out the audio. See if we can kind of troubleshoot the stuttering this time. Wait, I think I just got... What did I just get? What were those credits I just got? Is it like Battle Pass like credits or something? Oh, it was Battle Pass stuff. Interesting. Okay, it's so confusing now. There's like so many fucking currencies now. But anyway, first thing is I want to access settings, options, because it's called options. Borderless window to apply. Where is the performance stats? Okay. Also, the audio is kind of fucking loud. Maybe I should lower it. Okay. Let's see. There it goes. No, stop. There. Window, borderless window. Apply. Yeah, okay. There's a way I can see how well the audio is. Let's see. Let's training. AI. Just test the audio. I might just have to buy like a mixer or something. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, actually, that's pretty loud. Let's see. So. Let's try maybe half of that. Still pretty loud. So system volume is a good spot for me. Okay. I think that's probably okay. Oh, they still had some drinks in there. Hmm? Hmm? How does her new what? Alt? How do you view the hero info now? Oh, F1. Okay. Move this my face a little. Sorry, so F1. L shift, fly towards an ally. While in flight, jump launches you forward. Okay, yeah, it's still the same. And crouch launches you upward. So, L shift crouch. Ah, interesting. Can you just... it's one click and then cancels, and then you cancel it, so you just have to like tap it. Okay, so now tap to do like a quick jump to nearby. Tap space to go past, and then tap tap left shift to, okay. Okay. So, interesting. Did that? Is that different? Interesting. Okay, let's try it. Leave game. Cool. Yeah, that felt a little laggy there. 55, 50. Why am I not able to hit 60 anymore? I have to check. Tank, seriously? I don't... I know Zarya's meta right now, but like... Let's try Winston, I guess. Yeah, I'm hitting like 50. Okay, so I think I need to change the graphics settings to... Oh, I don't know how to use the ping system, really. Okay, I guess it's... Ah, the weird lag is annoying. Okay, yeah, the frame rate is annoying. Yeah, that frame rate is really annoying. Yeah, I'm getting like 40 Gs. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that. Oh, fuck. Oops. Dulcinda. Let's see. Let's just keep going. Yeah. Yeah, that lag is really annoying. Okay. Oh, jeez. Wow. Okay. Let's see. What can we try? I went in a little too early. I thought they were behind me, but... Well, that was an interesting round. Alright, so there's something about... video settings, graphics quality. Yeah, ultra, not really what I necessarily need to play on. Let's just try that. Can't even diagnose stuttering if I can't even get full 60 FPS first, right? Oh, it showed up on the right screen, finally. Or, yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. All right, let's see what I got. Tank as usual. Okay, let's go to this. I'm getting 50 like, again, jeez. In fact, I feel like I get... Okay, I think I just need to go to like low settings or something at this point. Whatever it takes to get stable 60. Oops. Oh shit, the fuck was she doing there? This might be... let's keep going until we got our ult, at least. I think the strat might be to try to back up our suicide ult. Let go of the ult, please. Okay, something is seriously laggy. Where are my socks? Where are my socks? I'm gonna go to the bathroom first. Where are my socks? Yeah, screw it. Just get a new pair. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then try another stab at what the issue is. Yeah, even in the main menu, it's only doing like 60. It's struggling to do 60, which doesn't make sense because, I mean, it's Overwatch. This worked on a 760 just fine. Why would a 1060 struggle? Anyway, be right back. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. So, main menu. Okay, so I didn't even realize this was the issue, so we'll start here. So the main menu doesn't even get 60 FPS, which honestly doesn't make sense. So let's restore all settings to default. Well, maybe not that. Let's see, what did I try? So I'm doing borderless window just because it's not rendering on the right device. That hasn't been an issue before. Resync just because I'm running at 60 FPS. I just want 60. I don't really. Also, I get a lot of tearing. HDR isn't enabled because I guess it's not. Let's try low. Let's just see if that's the issue. Just low settings. Exit to desktop. Start there. Start simple. Is it a graphical quality issue? Start simple. Cool. Let's see. Actually, one thing I should also check is it actually loading the right GPU? Overwatch application on GPU 1 3D. GPU 1 is the 1060, yeah. So it is loading the right GPU. Okay, so we're getting even lower FPS on the main menu for some reason. So it doesn't seem like it's necessarily a graphical quality issue. What other settings did I change? Okay. So maybe it's the issue with running it in borderless window? I feel like that's never really been an issue, but... Okay. I'm gonna try something, so I'm gonna pause this or end the stream real quick. I'll be back in about maybe like